Hello everyone, I'm Heather Dawson, and it's a pleasure bringing you the best of California on our show. And this week we're venturing back to Morocco for part 2 of our special series with Marco Gutierrez.
When you think of Morocco, you might imagine things like Marrakech's Medina, or imagine things like marketplaces offering ceramics and jewelry. But we're heading right back into the Saharan desert for part 2 of the Rallye Aicha Des Gazelles. Every year, women of all ages gather in the Moroccan desert to experience this unique adventure. Every morning at 6 a.m., the first gazelles start the first leg of this rally. This event has 165 teams, about 330 women, 16 different nationalities, all here for different reasons.
Some girls need this to show them they're strong. Also, some come for the pleasure, some come for the mechanic and driving, and they all come for a nice reason. And then when you're here, you feel like just a you, and you go inside yourself. And then when you get back home, you're just like, I did it, so I can do everything now.
This is inspiring. My God, to see the villages and to see the people and to see how people are living. I mean, all of that is beauty. Anything that takes you out of your comfort zone and really challenges you, opens up your mind, is essential to work together. I mean, not just as a driver and a navigator on a team like this. It's essential to work together as gazelles because this is hard terrain. I mean, this is hard to get over. Your car, you will pop a tire. You will need to change a tire. You will get stuck in those sand dunes. And these trucks are beasts. I mean, like, how are you going to get that out just yourself? And, you get lost, and that's, as I said, a very intimidating feeling. So you need to kind of come together. You need to help each other out. And people do in the most amazing way.
People are super friendly, even though we still do have a big language barrier. We barely speak any French to get by, and not everybody here speaks English. But even though with that barrier and with the fact that we are competing, if you ask a question and you're nice and everybody, so far we have had no problems. We ask and we need help and somebody helps, or we, lend a shovel to somebody like we did the other day. So it's teamwork and the spirit of the sport is nice.
If you want to do it, just do it, and you have to do it. I think it's a wonderful experience. Me, maybe I like to suffer, but I think it's so great to feel lost all day and to see, like, even if you're lost, you will always find a solution. I think that's the goal of this race, is to understand that everything is possible.
So stay tuned for part 3 of the Rallye Aicha Des Gazelles, where we're going to follow along with more competitors and other journalists. You're watching Travelarios on California Life HD. I'm Marco Gutierrez.
The largest regatta series in North America is back, and Audra Stafford shows us why the NOOD always attracts many out-of-town sailors to compete with the local talent.
I'm Audra Stafford here on San Diego Bay, and check it out, we are right in the middle of the NOOD Regatta, the nation's largest sailboat racing series.
After 30 years on the water, the National Offshore One Design Regatta is showing no signs of slowing down.
It's only ever been the only circuit that really ties the major cities and the major premier yacht clubs around the country.
From San Diego to St. Petersburg and cities in between.
Every event around the country has its own unique character, for sure. St. Pete, Florida is much more of a, like I said, vacationing kind of crowd, and these are just California, man. They're just laid back. And like Chicago, their sailing season really only goes from May to end of September if you're lucky. So when they come out, they're just excited.
Although the scenery changes from location to location, the sailors all have to follow the same rules.
The boat with the wind coming over its starboard side always has the right of way.
And the boats themselves must follow one design.
White boat, white sails, you can tell they look pretty much exactly alike, pretty similar to sails. So what it ends up coming down to is that the boats are exactly equal, so the difference And the performance is really sort of the skill of the crew. The smart people know how to use the rules to their advantage.
Sure. But rule number one is to just enjoy being out on the water.
It's the disconnect with everything. Just the feeling of the boat and just being really hyper aware of what's in the boat and what's out and how you feel. You truly do forget about everything else.
Bringing you the best of California from San Diego, I'm Audra Stafford for California Life.
Coming up, Chief Marketing Officer of Data Block, Adam Mittelberg, is showing us the ins and outs of cryptocurrency and the climate of cybercurrency. Plus, we've got the best of entertainment and some medical news you don't want to miss. Stay with us. Most of us are familiar with Bitcoin, and here to talk about cryptocurrency is the Chief Marketing Officer of Data Blockchain, where he oversees the most comprehensive marketing data solution available to businesses. Joining us in studio is Adam Mittelberg. Thank you so much, Adam, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Now, this is something that a lot of people really don't know about. Can you give me just a little bit of background of what you do?
Sure. At Data Blockchain, what we're looking to do is really disrupt the data industry with a revolutionary platform that allows for businesses of any size to access big data and be able to find the crucial information they need to operate their business.
How important is it for a small business to have this kind of data?
It's extremely important. In today's environment, the way in which you're going to be able to grow and drive profitability is to be able to have access to critical information. And what we're doing is we're allowing for an individual or small business to be able to go to a single destination and have access to hundreds, if not thousands, of different data providers. And that gives them an equal ground to all of these large players that are out there that today can get to those big data providers. And they need to be able to do it in an affordable way.
And how does this play with the cryptocurrency?
The really exciting part about it is what's called blockchain, and that's the underlying technology behind these cryptocurrencies. And what blockchain is, it's the most innovative form of secure technology that we have ever seen. And through that comes really amazing innovation. And what we're doing is, by incorporating blockchain and our own artificial intelligence and machine learning, we're enabling these small businesses to come in to access the data, but we're also empowering the data providers that are out there with a secure, trustworthy platform for them to be able to monetize their data, and that's due to blockchain.
What about an individual? Is this really just for small businesses, or could just a person want this service as well?
So whether you're an individual, small business, large business, you're going to be able to benefit from data blockchain.
And how would somebody find out about it?
They can visit us at datablockchain.io and learn all about our organization.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here on our show and explaining this a little bit for us.
Thank you.
And coming up next, summer fun is heating up with Reverie, an all-new NBC show starring a new actress you don't want to miss. And excited to hit the pool? Well, first, Olympic medalist Elizabeth Biesel is here to show us some life-saving tips for swimmers to keep the whole family safe. All this and more when we come back. Don't go away. Time now to check in with actress Sarah Shahi, who plays Mara Kent on NBC's hottest new summer show, Reverie.
Thanks, Heather. I had the chance to talk to Sarah about her latest starring television role, which could not have come at a better time. Let's find out why.
Reverie, what does it do?
What's your all-time favorite memory? The most beautiful, mind-blowing place you can remember?
When I was, 10. My mother took me and my sister Jamie to this place called Labyrinth of Light. It was this field just full of paper lanterns. It was like floating in space.
What if you could revisit that moment anytime you wanted?
I play a character who gets hired to work at this virtual reality company where people can go in and kind of design these alternate universes for themselves. And they're enjoying it so much that they're actually getting stuck and they're dying on this world. So I play someone who has to kind of travel deep into their subconscious minds, kind of like the Leonardo DiCaprio character in Inception, and essentially rescue them from themselves.
Reverie is a place where the impossible becomes possible. You're put inside a waking dream of your own design. You can go anywhere you want, change your appearance. You can even bring loved ones back from the dead.
How?
They use what's called a social media footprint, a person's pictures, videos, their posts. You feed them into the program, and you can resurrect them in Reverie.
That's like a field trip to heaven.
Reverie's leading actress, Sarah Shahi, found a personal connection to her role due to a relationship in her past.
They say everything happens for a reason. When this show came across my desk, my father had just died, and he and I didn't really have a great relationship with each other. And after he died, all of a sudden I found myself having a relationship with him, and I could see him, and I was dreaming of him, and I just became a believer that there was a lot more than what our eyes can see.
This commitment to her character, as well as the fantastic world of the show, is her way of accomplishing a selfless goal set years ago in a women's shelter.
And every time I watched one of these shows, I felt like it was an escape, like my reality changed and I got a break from what was really going on. And that feeling that I had, I remember thinking to myself, if there was a way for me to give this to somebody, then that's my job. That's what I want to do in life.
How do you see a show with such an exciting and magical landscape connecting to its audience?
The show really does have a pretty big heart. You know, I mean, much like all of Steven Spielberg's projects and all of Amblin's missions, you know, they've got these really entertaining shows where each show, each movie, you know, Ready Player One most recently, everything is like a ride. So each episode definitely promises to be its own individual ride because every Reverie is different. But at the same time, you know, I find the human stories the most relatable and the most sort of entertaining to watch, as it really does feel like a character piece at times. You know, whether it's death, loss, betrayal, you know, love, these are all things that we can relate to on a day-to-day basis. And, you know, and I hope the audience can pull from that.
Fun in the water is a big part of summer, but it's important that families take steps to make sure their kids are safe. Here's David Wiley.
Summer is near, and that means many families will be heading to the pool, the lake, or the beach. And it's never more important to make sure that young children are able to swim. More than 3,500 people drown nationwide every year, and many of them are kids.
The leading cause of death for children ages 1 through 4 is drowning. So we're really, you know, Swimways is working with USA Swimming Foundation to really help and promote the importance of learning how to swim.
The annual Swimways National Learn to Swim Day is held in May as part of an effort to combat the alarming childhood drowning statistics and bring an end to this national epidemic.
It's a day to really focus on the importance of getting children into the water. And, you know, not even just children, but adults. And with summer right around the corner, there's really not a better time for people to learn how to be comfortable around the water.
But sometimes there can be family barriers to learning to swim.
70% of people that live in a household where their parents don't know how to swim, they won't learn to swim themselves. So if you're a parent out there watching right now and listening right now, I encourage you to get into the water yourself, and that in turn will help your kid get in the water, and you'll feel more comfortable with them in the water with you having that knowledge of knowing how to swim.
And besides the obvious safety benefits associated with learning to swim, studies show that swimming has many other benefits for children as well.
There's a study that says that children that learned how to swim before the age of 5 have better cognitive function skills, better motor skills, they're better at mathematics. They're using their brain in a way that not normal children would use their brain on an everyday basis. And so aside from that and being safer in the water, swimming is just as a whole a great activity for you, for your kids, for everybody to know how to do just to be safer on the water, especially in summer.
For the past 2 years on National Learn to Swim Day, Swimways has partnered with the USA Swimming Foundation to raise awareness about water safety and the importance of teaching children to swim. One of the key targets of the campaign is parents of young children. A recent survey by Swimways shows parents are not always aware of the benefits of learning to swim.
It makes them smarter, it makes them use their brain in different ways, and it makes them more creative. And these parents weren't aware of that. And so hopefully now me being able to tell that message to the public, they really understand how important it is to get your child in the water, not only to be smarter and have better function and motor skills, but to be safer.
A great resource for parents and children is the website swimways.com, which provides a number of tips for teaching kids to swim, plus links to wonderful products that can help a learning swimmer stay safe. And USASwimmingFoundation.org has great information for finding a quality swimming instructor.
At the end of the day, swimming is fun, and we want to promote that and let people know that as soon as you have this life-saving skill, you're able to have more fun around the water with your family. You can go boating, you can go to the beach, and feel comfortable doing it.
Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Life. A Northern California market chain is turning the convenience store experience upside down. Loop Neighborhood Markets began changing the landscape of convenience stores in 2013 and has grown to over 25 locations. They're now celebrating 5 years of serving the Sacramento and San Francisco Bay areas with their award-winning design and unique blend of traditional and not so traditional convenience store fare.
It's a cross between a convenience store and a health food store. So about 60% of what we sell is traditional convenience items, and 40% of what we sell is stuff you would not normally find in a convenience store, you'd find in a health food store.
Of course, traditional convenience stores generally carry junk food like chips, cookies, sodas, and candy for the commuter on the go. But the Loop markets aim to provide their customers healthy alternatives.
So you'll see that we have very healthy items in the stores. They're perishable, items that are better for you, that people who are on the go, who are looking for something other than chips and candy can come inside and feel that they're doing something good for their bodies.
That means you find a wide selection of various bottled waters, a salad bar, and other healthy items for customers on the go. They even make fresh pizza. And they do all these things while integrating the latest in technology.
Loop stores are very unique in how we use technology. We use it in the form of loyalty programs. We've got self-service espresso machines. We've even got a salad robot in these stores that will produce salads for you, a fresh salad on demand when you need it.
And anyone who's been to a traditional gas station or convenience store knows they are often very dirty. The staff at Loop Neighborhood Markets put a special emphasis on cleanliness and service.
We really put a lot of effort with our team members on how to provide great customer service, make the experience unique and fun, clean restrooms that you want to go in. So we really spend a lot of effort time on our service.
And that emphasis on service is not only for customers in the stores, but for the communities that Loop Neighborhood Markets serve. Loop Neighborhood Markets are now looking at ways to give back to their local communities.
We've got now these stores built across the Bay Area. So how do we now become better members of the community? And so we're looking at philanthropy programs. Like right now, every 1% of our store sales is going to support Pride Week in San Francisco.
So take some time to check out the Loop Neighborhood Markets. It really will change what you expect from a convenience store. For locations and further details, go to loopneighborhood.com. Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Life.
You've been here before, so how did it go in the previous time?
Good. I mean, I've been on the podium a lot here. Finished second and third. Last year had a little accident trying to pass for second. That was the first year that Lear was on board, so still have to bring home a podium for them, and it'll be good because the last race that we had in Perth, I took the victory, so hopefully I can keep that momentum going here.
Wonderful. Can you talk a little bit about your time on The Bachelor?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great experience being The Bachelor, but this is where I'm most comfortable, obviously, at the racetrack, and it's been awesome. Lauren's been able to come with me to a number of races, so she's here this weekend rooting me on as well as her family.
Now, a lot of our viewers are probably wondering about the wedding. Can you give me any details on that?
Yeah, we're getting married January 12th in Maui, and so we're excited about that, and we're full force on wedding planning right now, getting everything together, getting the guest list together, so we're excited.
Do you expect that to be televised in any fashion?
No, but I'm sure we'll post some stuff on social, just for fun, but no, nothing on TV.
Okay. Finally, what advice would you have to other guys who might want to go on the show?
Be yourself, have fun with it, and soak it up and enjoy the good moments.
And that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, go to our website, californialifehd.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.